Title: The Day the Playground Came to Life. It's a bright, sunny morning in the town of Willowbrook. At the heart of the neighborhood is Sunnydale Park, a playground full of slides, swings, and monkey bars. It's usually full of kids, but today, it's strangely empty. Every day, the playground was filled with laughter, running, and fun. But today was quiet, too quiet, and that's when something magical happened. As the wind gently rustles through the trees, something strange stirs in the air. A mysterious spark zips across the playground, touching everything in sight. Suddenly, the slide shivers, the swings stretch, and the seesaw wiggles. That's right, the playground was waking up. Meeting the living playground. Enter Max and Lily, best friends who love playing at the park. When they arrive, they notice something odd. Lily: Max, is it just me, or did that slide just yawn? Max squints at the playground, watching as the jungle gym shakes off some leaves like a dog drying off. Max: whoa, that's not normal. The playground equipment stretches, groans, and starts to talk. Slide: that was the best nap ever. Swings: oh, I feel so stretched out. Seesaw: ugh, someone balance me before I fall over. Max and Lily can't believe their eyes. The playground has come to life. Playground party. Once they get over their shock, Max and Lily realize this is the coolest thing ever. They start talking to the playground equipment. Lily: so, what's it like being a playground? Slide grinning: oh, it's great. But let me tell you, getting climbed on all day is exhausting. Swings: and do you know how hard it is to wait for someone to push you? Max and Lily decide to play with their new friends. They race down the slide, swing as high as possible, and tumble through the jungle gym, having the best time ever. But then the trouble begins. The playground chaos begins. The playground starts to get a little too excited about being alive. The swings start swinging too fast. The seesaw launches a squirrel into a tree, and the slide starts wiggling while kids are trying to go down. Lily laughing but nervous: guys, maybe take it easy. Slide: no way, I never get to move on my own. This is awesome. Then, the merry-go-round spins out of control, sending a flock of birds scattering. Max: okay, this is getting out of hand. We need to calm them down before someone gets hurt. But how do you stop an excited playground? A playground problems plan. Max and Lily come up with a plan. They realize the playground doesn't want to stop playing, but it needs to burn off energy safely. Lily: all right, everyone, let's play the best game ever but with rules. The playground pauses. Swings: rules. What kind of rules? Max: rule number 1, no launching kids into the air. Seesaw: man, fine. Lily: rule number 2, we all take turns, playing no, going wild, all at once. The playground agrees, and they start playing fun, controlled game. They do an obstacle course, a swinging contest, and a best slide pose competition. Soon, the playground isn't out of control, it's just having fun the right way. The magic fades. As the sun starts to set, the mysterious magic that brought the playground to life starts to fade. One by one, the swings slow, the jungle gym stops wiggling, and the slide lets out a sleepy sigh. Slide: ooh, that was the best day ever. Swings: I don't think I've ever had this much fun. Finally, the playground settles back into place, just as other kids arrive, unaware of what just happened. Lily: do you think they'll ever wake up again? Max grinning: maybe, but if they do, we'll be ready. As they walk home, the wind blows gently through the trees, and for just a moment, the merry-go-round moves slightly like it's waving goodbye, ending a secret to keep that night. Max and Lily sit under the stars, remembering the most amazing day ever. Lily: no one's ever going to believe us. Max: that's okay. Some secrets are just too magical to share. The camera pans up to the sky, where a shooting star twinkles, a hint that maybe, just maybe, the magic isn't gone forever.
Please subscribe to Chex Comedy. Title: The Little Cloud That Couldn't Rain. Cloud with a problem. The sky over the countryside is bright and blue, dotted with fluffy white clouds. Among them is Puffy, a small round cloud with a big problem: he can't rain. High above the Earth, where the wind sings and the sun smiles, lived a tiny cloud named Puffy. But Puffy had a problem. While all the other clouds could pour down rain, Puffy stayed as dry as a cotton ball. As the bigger clouds shower the fields with rain, Puffy tries his hardest to join them, but nothing happens. Puffy: "Come on, raindrops, you can do it. Just a little drizzle, a sprinkle, a tiny droplet." Nothing. Not a single drop. The other clouds chuckle. Big gray cloud: "Poor little Puffy, a cloud that can't rain. What good are you?" Puffy sighs and watches as the other clouds float off to rain over the farmlands. He feels useless, but then he hears a small voice below, meeting the farmer and the animals. Down on the ground, a young girl named Lily waves up at Puffy. She's standing in the middle of her family's dry and thirsty farm. Lily: "Hey, little cloud, we sure could use some rain down here." Puffy perks up. Maybe he can help. He scrunches his fluff, puffs up his cheeks, and tries with all his might, but still no rain. Lily: "Oh, that's okay. Maybe tomorrow." Lily sighs and walks back to her house. Puffy feels awful. He wants to help, but doesn't know how. That's when a grumpy crow lands on a fence post nearby. Grumpy Crow: "Pfft! What kind of cloud can't rain? You might as well be a pillow in the sky." Puffy frowns, determined to prove himself. He decides to go on a journey to learn how to become a real rain cloud. The Cloud Quest. Puffy travels across the sky, meeting different clouds along the way. Each one gives him advice. The Storm Cloud. Huge, booming cloud, crackles with lightning. "If you want to rain, you need thunder and lightning." Puffy tries to rumble, but he just sounds like a tiny hiccup. The Snow Cloud. A soft, chilly cloud flutters down snowflakes. "Maybe you were meant to snow instead?" Puffy tries, but instead of snow, he only manages to make a tiny poof of mist. The Foggy Cloud. A low-hanging fog cloud covers the ground. "Rain? Who needs rain? Just learn to be misty like me." Puffy sighs. He doesn't want to be misty. He wants to help Lily. Just as Puffy starts to lose hope, he notices something in the distance. Lily's farm is getting drier and drier. The animals look thirsty, the crops are wilting, and the well is nearly empty. Puffy has to do something. Puffy's big idea. Puffy rushes back, but still can't rain. Then he remembers something the Storm Cloud said. Storm Cloud's voice, in memory. "Rain only falls when clouds are full of water." Puffy realizes he's never filled up with water before. He doesn't know how, but then he spots the ocean below. That's it. He needs to soak up water from the sea. Puffy takes a deep breath and floats down low over the ocean. Slowly, he feels himself getting heavier, fuller, until he's brimming with water. Excited, he rushes back to Lily's farm and calls out,
"Puffy, Lily, get ready. I think it's going to rain." He squeezes his fluff, concentrates really hard, and suddenly, drip, drop, splash, Puffy starts to rain. First little drops, then a wonderful cool shower. Lily jumps. With joy, the animals dance, and the crops drink up the much-needed water. Puffy beams with pride. He did it, ending. A new kind of cloud. As the sun starts to peek through the clouds, Puffy feels lighter and happier than ever. He may not be the biggest or loudest cloud, but he's the little cloud that never gave up. Lily, smiling, "Thank you, Puffy. You're the best little cloud ever." Puffy winks and floats back up into the sky, ready to help again whenever he's needed. Narrator. And from that day on, Puffy was no longer the little cloud that couldn't rain. He was the little cloud that never gave up. As the screen fades, Puffy drifts happily across the sky, leaving behind a beautiful rainbow over the farm.
Please subscribe to Chex Comedy.
It's a bright and sunny morning as 10-year-old Max Parker wakes up. He stretches, yawns, and hops out of bed. But something feels off. Closing parenthesis Max, rubbing his eyes. Something's weird. He looks down at the floor. His bed, his desk, and his chair all have shadows. But he doesn't. Max, wait. Where's my shadow? He spins around in confusion. Then, he notices a note taped to his bedroom wall. It's written in sloppy, shadowy handwriting, and that's when Max realized. His shadow had quit. The breakup letter. Max reads the note aloud. Max reading, "Dear Max, I quit. I'm tired of following you around all day. I never get a say in anything. You jump, I jump. You dance, I dance. You forget to put on sunscreen, I burn. Not cool, dude. I'm off to live my own life. Good luck without me. Signed, your ex-shadow." Max gasps in shock. How can he live without a shadow? He races downstairs to tell his mom. Closing parenthesis mom, barely looking up from her coffee. "That's nice, honey. Don't forget your lunch." Max holds up the note, but before he can explain, the family dog runs by, and the wind whisks the letter away. With no proof and no shadow, Max knew there was only one thing to do: find his missing shadow. The shadow hunt begins. Max enlists the help of his best friend, Lena, a super smart, mystery-loving girl. She gasps when she sees Max's shadowless feet. Lena, "Oh, this is serious. Where do shadows go when they quit?" They brainstorm places a shadow might hide: under beds, behind doors, in dark corners. Then, Lena gets an idea. "Lena, if I were a shadow, I'd go somewhere shady, like the park. Big trees, big shade, lots of places to blend in." They rush to Shady Grove Park, where they see something incredible: a bunch of shadows playing without their humans. Max spots his shadow, lounging under a tree with sunglasses and a lemonade. Max angry. "Shadow, there you are. We need to talk." His shadow sighs, folds up its tiny sunglasses, and stands up, arms crossed. "Shadow, no way. Max, I'm done with the whole copycat life. I'm finally free." The great shadow negotiation. Max pleads with his shadow to come back. But the shadow refuses. "Max, come on. Shadow, we belong together." "Shadow, oh really? What about the time you made me jump into a freezing lake? Or when you danced badly in front of the whole school talent show? I was humiliated." The other shadows nod in agreement. Lena takes out her mystery notebook and jots down a plan. "Lena, Max, if you want your shadow back, you have to prove that life is better together." Asterisk. Max decides to shadow his shadow for the day. He follows it around, doing whatever IT does. But it's not easy. Shadows do weird things. Like trying to sneak into the movies for free-spooking people by appearing behind them playing. Pranks. By making shadow puppets look like monsters, Max quickly realizes being a shadow is hard work. He finally understands why his shadow quit. "Max, okay. I get it now. I didn't appreciate you, but I promise to be a better human if you come back." Shadow thinking. HMM. I do kinda miss our adventures, and playing shadow tag was fun. The other shadows start cheering. They've missed their humans too. Act 4. The shadow reunion. Just as things are looking good, a huge storm cloud rolls in, covering the sun. The shadows start to fade away. Lena, oh no. Shadows need light to exist. If the sun disappears, So will they. Max panics, but then he gets an idea. He grabs a flashlight and shines it on his shadow. Max, I won't let you disappear. I need you. Shadow, we make a great team. His shadow smiles. Slowly, it steps back toward Max and reattaches itself. The sun peeks through the clouds just in time for the other shadows to rejoin their humans too. Max jumps in celebration. His shadow jumps too. They're finally back together. Shadow, all right, Max, you win. But this time, we're a team. Max grinning. Deal. Now, let's go play some shadow tag. The screen fades as Max and his shadow run home, jumping and twirling in perfect sync this time as true partners. A new understanding. That night, Max tucks himself into bed, shining a small nightlight so his shadow stays visible. Just before he falls asleep, he whispers, Max, good night. Shadow, glad you're back. His shadow winks and gives a tiny thumbs up. Before curling up beside him, the screen fades to black.
Please subscribe to Chex Comedy.
The Silent Shock? It's a bright and cheerful morning in the town of Chuckleville, a place known for its laughter. Kids giggle at jokes, parents chuckle at the newspaper, and even the birds seem to tweet in a sing-songy way. But today, something is terribly wrong. Dramatic whisper. Chuckleville was the happiest, funniest town in the world. Until one morning, every single giggle disappeared. Cut to Billy Buttons, a curious 9-year-old, as he tells his little sister Lucy a knock-knock. Joke. But when the punchline comes, nothing, no laughter. Lucy just stares in confusion. Billy, worried. Wait, why aren't you laughing? That joke was hilarious. Lucy shaking her head. I don't know. It's like, I can't laugh. Billy rushes. Outside, the whole town is eerily quiet. The class clown at school, silent. The giggly baker at the bakery, frowning. Even the tickle monster, a famous town comedian, sits sadly on a bench. Something or someone had stolen all the giggles from Chuckleville, and Billy was going to find out who. The investigation begins. Billy teams up with his best friends, Mia, the brains, Oliver, the gadget expert, and Scooter, the fastest. Kid in town. They form the Giggle Detectives. Mia, we need clues. What's the last funny thing anyone remembers? They visit places known for laughs, the joke shop, the clown school, the library's comedy section, but no one can laugh. Not even at classic knock-knock jokes. Then Scooter discovers something strange. A faint trail of sparkly dust leading away from the school's comedy stage. Oliver, examining the dust. This isn't just any dust. This is giggle dust. The kind that appears when laughter is stolen. Billy, then that means someone stole the town's laughter. We need to find the giggle thief. Asterisk the giggle trap. The Giggle Detectives follow the trail to the outskirts of town, where they find a hidden lair filled with bottles labeled grown up, chuckles, baby giggles, snort laughs, and ticklish tee-hees. Inside, they spot a shadowy figure with a large sack, the giggle thief. The thief wears a long purple coat, a mask, and a mischievous grin. He hums a tune as he bottles up the last bits of laughter in Chuckleville. Billy, whispering, "That's him, we've got to stop him." The team sets up a giggle trap. Oliver builds a tickle machine. Scooter speeds around creating distractions. And Mia prepares a joke so funny it'll break the thief's spell. Billy sneaks up behind the thief and pulls off his mask, revealing Professor Frownstein, the grumpiest person in town. Professor Frownstein, dramatic voice. "Yes, it is I. Professor Frownstein, I have stolen all the laughter because I never learned how to laugh." Flashback to young Frownstein as a serious child, too busy studying to enjoy jokes. He scowls at birthday clowns, frowns at funny movies, and is the only kid in school who doesn't laugh at a whoopee cushion. Billy, wait. So you stole all the laughter because you don't know how to laugh? Professor Frownstein. Yes. If I can't laugh, then nitrogen monoxide 1 can. The Laugh-Off Showdown. The Giggle detectives come up with a bold plan, the Great Laugh-Off. If they can make Frownstein laugh, he has to return all the stolen giggles. They pull out all the stop silly dances, funny faces, rubber chickens, even Scooter wearing 10 pairs of pants at once, but Frownstein doesn't budge. Billy thinking hard. We need something personal. Something he can't resist. Mia digs through the stolen giggles and finds a tiny jar labeled Frownstein's First Giggle. She throws it into the air and in memory appears a tiny baby. Frownstein giggling at a bubble popping. It was his first laugh ever. Professor Frownstein, eyes wide. I used to giggle. He watches as the memory plays again. And then suddenly his lips twitch, his shoulders shake, and then he lets out a booming laugh. Professor Frownstein laughing uncontrollably. With that, the bottled-up giggles burst free, zooming back to the people of Chuckleville. The town erupts in laughter, bringing joy back to everyone. Asterisk the Giggle Guardian, Professor Frownstein, now officially a reformed laughter lover, opens a comedy club to help others learn the joy of giggles. He even becomes Chuckleville's funniest joke judge. Billy, so what did we learn today? Mia, that laughter should be shared. Oliver, that jokes can save the day. Scooter, and that wearing 10 pairs of pants is really uncomfortable. Everyone laughs as the screen fades to black, but not before a single giggle bottle rolls out of sight, hinting that another adventure may be on the way.
Please subscribe to Chex Comedy.
A bright morning in the quiet town of Willowbrook, 10-year-old Emma Parker, an imaginative but shy girl, sits in her messy bedroom surrounded by sketches. She loves to draw, but never shows her work to anyone. Narrator, meet Emma Parker, a girl with a wild imagination and a simple wish to bring her drawings to life. Little did she know, today, that wish would come true. At school, Emma struggles with confidence. She doodles in her notebook instead of speaking up after class. She visits Mrs. Maple's antique shop, where she finds an old wooden pencil with strange carvings. Closing parenthesis. Mrs. Maple mysteriously. This pencil has a bit of magic in it. Dear, use it wisely. Emma takes it home, thinking it's just an ordinary pencil. That night, she starts drawing, and something incredible happens. Emma sketches a simple butterfly, and to her shock, it flutters off the page. Excited, she draws a bouncing frog. Then a tiny dragon, each one comes to life. Emma amazed. No way. This is awesome. She creates a playful cat, Doodle, who becomes her companion. They run through town, playing with her creations. But she soon realizes that whatever she draws, she can't erase. Things spiral when she accidentally sketches Scribbles, a mischievous stick figure boy who refuses to follow her commands. He races around town, causing small pranks, moving signs, turning streetlights purple, and making grocery carts float. Chaos unleashed. The next day at school, Emma hides the pencil in her backpack. But during an art lesson, her curious classmate Jake, a friendly but nosy boy, finds it and starts doodling wild things: a giant rubber duck, a roller skating octopus, and worst of all, a massive, fire-breathing dragon. Jake laughing, unaware. Ho, best pencil ever. The dragon breaks through the classroom wall and soars into town, sending everyone running. Emma grabs the pencil back, realizing she needs to fix things fast. Emma, I have to control my drawings before they take over the world. She, Doodle, and Jake chase after the dragon, dodging its fiery hiccups and trying to lure it away from the school. The Great Eraser Quest. Emma remembers Mrs. Maple's warning: if the pencil exists, then so must its opposite, an enchanted eraser. They rush back to the antique shop, where Mrs. Maple gives them a clue. The eraser is hidden in an old storybook world, and the only way to get there is by drawing a door. Emma sketches a glowing portal, and they jump inside. They land in a hand-drawn realm full of walking sketch creatures, floating paintbrushes, and a grumpy King Inkblot, ruler of unfinished drawings. King Inkblot angrily, "You've brought chaos to our world with that pencil. The eraser is hidden deep in the maze of mistakes. To find it, Emma must complete unfinished drawings, fixing correct sketches, and outsmart Scribbles, who has followed them and is now leading an army of silly, out-of-control doodles. Creativity versus chaos. After a thrilling maze chase, Emma finds the magic eraser. Scribbles tries to grab it first, but she erases his feet. Scribbles laughing, Okay, you win. I just wanted to have fun, realizing Scribbles was just lonely. Emma decides not to erase him completely. Instead, she draws him with a kind heart and a little hat. Back in the real world, Emma uses the eraser to clean up the dragon, rubber duck, and all the mess from the town. Everything is restored. The true magic Emma, now more confident, shares her art with her class. Instead of hiding, she embraces her creativity and even teaches Jake and her classmates to draw with their imagination, not magic. And so, Emma Parker learned that the real magic was believing in herself all along. As the credits roll, Doodle winks at the camera, hinting that maybe, just maybe, a little magic still lingers in that pencil.
Please subscribe to Chex Comedy.
A mysterious discovery. It's a regular morning in Willowville, where 8-year-old Leo Parker wakes up to find something very, very strange. His breakfast toast has a bite taken out of it. His slippers are missing, and worst of all, his backpack is floating in midair. Leo rubbing his eyes. Okay, either I'm dreaming, or there's a ghost in my room. His little sister, Molly, peeks in, sees the floating backpack, and screams, "Molly, Mom, Leo's room is haunted." But before Leo can panic, he hears a soft purring sound, and then boop. Something invisible nudges his hand. He gasps, "Leo, wait a second. Are you a pet?" The invisible creature makes a happy squeak and nuzzles against him. Leo can't see it, but he can feel it. Narrator. And just like that, Leo Parker had a pet. An invisible one, but where did it come from? And how would he take care of a pet he couldn't even see? Trying to understand the invisible pet, Leo decides to keep the invisible creature a secret for. Now, he sneaks food under the table at breakfast and at school. He feels something fluffy curl up on his lap. But soon, weird things start happening. At lunch, a floating sandwich causes chaos in the cafeteria. In art class, paint spills all over Leo's desk with no one around. At recess, a group of kids freaks out when a soccer ball moves on its own asterisk. Leo's best friend, Emma, starts getting suspicious. Emma, Leo, either you've got superpowers or you're hiding something. Leo finally confesses about his invisible pet. But just as he does, a mysterious scientist in a lab coat steps into the school. The scientist's secret. The scientist, Dr. Felix Figgelbaum, is looking for something. He shows the principal a blurry photo of a glowing shape and starts scanning the school with a strange device. Dr. Figgelbaum, I'm looking for an unseen anomaly, a creature unlike any other. If anyone sees something unusual, tell me immediately. Leo and Emma exchange nervous glances. They decide to hide the pet before the scientist can find it. Back at home, Leo learns more about his pet. It loves cookies. It hates loud noises, and it can even turn other things invisible for a short time. But when Leo accidentally spills flour on it, the pet's shape is revealed. The pet is small, fluffy, with big round eyes and tiny wings. Emma excited, "Leo, your pet is a whimsy." Leo, "Oh, what now?" Emma shows him an old book about magical creatures. Whimsies are rare, invisible animals that bring joy to whoever finds them. But they don't belong in the human world for too long. Just as Leo starts to understand his new friend, Dr. Figglebaum knocks on the door, saving Whimsy. Dr. Figglebaum knows something is in the house. Using his scanning device, he chases Leo and Emma all over town. The chase leads them to the Willowville Park, where Leo and Emma realize if Whimsy stays, it might get caught. But if it goes back to its world, Leo will lose his new best friend. Leo sad, but determined. Whimsy, I don't want to say goodbye, but you belong where you can be free. Whimsy lets out a soft, grateful chirp. Emma flips through her book and finds a spell to open a glowing portal back to the magical world. As Whimsy floats toward it, Leo gives him one last cookie. The creature licks his face, then disappears into the light. Dr. Figglebaum, frustrated, knew my research, but just as he turns to leave, something funny happens. His scanning device turns invisible. Leo and Emma burst out laughing. A new mystery begins. Leo misses Whimsy, but he knows he did the right thing. A few days later, he finds a small, invisible paw print on his windowsill and a single cookie missing from his plate. Emma, Leo, do you think Whimsy might come back someday? Leo grinning, I sure hope so. But until then, we'll just have to keep our eyes open for more invisible surprises. As the credits roll, we see a faint, fluffy shape floating in the night sky, winking at the camera, asterisk.
Please subscribe to Chex Comedy.